In honor of the upcoming release of Sacred Tears, The Dance of Iris, I'm going to take a moment to do a special interview with each of the characters, Darren, Kyle, Bryant, and Iris, and just take a moment to get to know them a bit before the full journey really begins. Alright, let's start with name and occupation.
My name is Iris Stratton.
My name is Darren.
Lord James Valamir.
You are not Lord Valimir. Give us your real name, please.
Fine. Kyle Druther is at your service.
Brian Kenny's.
And I am... or... rather, I was a teacher while living in Thronesboro.
And I'm currently in between jobs.
It's none of your business.
Well, I'm what you might call an entrepreneur. Someone who really knows how to see an opportunity and just take it.
By it, do you mean the purse you just took out of my back? Can I have my wallet back?
Well, why, you are quite observant, aren't you?
So happy to have you with us today, Iris. Can you tell us a bit about yourself, about your childhood, your family upbringing?
I spent my whole life in my village. It was just myself and my older sister Julie, just a couple of years apart. And our parents in our small little cottage in the middle of the village.
Well, can you tell me a little bit more about your childhood? What was your family like? And what were some experiences shaped you who you are today?
Okay, well, I come from a pretty big family. My mother, my father. I have an older brother and an older sister, 2 younger twin brothers, and an adopted sister who's right about my age. Childhood-wise, I mean, some things were rough, but overall, pretty good. We've always been kind of a solid family. Yeah, I don't really have a lot to talk about for that.
Everyone's really close there. Everyone was really close-knit together. You were kind of cloistered off from the world. We weren't purposely. It just kind of happened that way. When you're so small, people don't really see a whole lot of a need to come and visit.
Again, none of your business.
Well, you kind of have to answer some of the...
Next question.
So how long have you been a thief?
And how long have you had that dazzling smile?
Did you stop distracting me? I said put the wallet back.
Well, how else am I supposed to pay for our lunch?
Oh my goodness gracious. Can you be serious for...
Now, don't freak out. Have a little fun. Everything's fine.
I mean, it's not that we were completely shut off from everyone. We would visit Geralding's quite often. She was our sister village, where we had our aunts and uncles and cousins and all that kind of stuff. But my absolute favorite was the few rare occasions when we would go all the way to the far western coast. Last time we were there, little Lori was... what? Just 1? 2? It's hard to remember. Jacob wasn't even born yet. Overall, I loved my childhood in Thronesboro. I loved growing there. I loved everything about it. It's just such a warm and kind and welcoming place. She deserved the world.
Who are the most important people in your life? And what role do they play in your story?
Well, I'm pretty important. Because, like, if I don't make the decisions, then, like, nothing happens, right? And Kyle, I guess. He has a lot of the planning, but I do a lot of the heavy lifting. Though there is this one brothel that I really...
Okay. Next question. What is your greatest fear?
I don't have any.
Really?
Prefer not to talk about it.
What is your greatest fear?
I just experienced it. So what do you do when you've actually come face to face with the thing you fear the most? You find you get a whole new set of fears. So I suppose what I fear now is that I won't make it in time. That someone else will have to feel what I feel right now and lose everything that means so much to them, and I can't let that happen again. It's not right. It shouldn't be something anybody experiences.
Moving on. What are your goals and ambitions in life?
Well, I'd say comfort. I just desire to not have to worry about the stresses of life. Though I'll admit a little too much comfort can make life a little boring, so every once in a while I gotta find myself a challenge.
What are your goals and ambitions in life? What do you hope to achieve? What motivates you to keep going?
Oh, well... What are my goals? I currently... No, I used to have some pretty big aspirations, but life has kind of taught me that goals are kind of pointless. Sometimes, you can do a lot, try real hard, and when things are just set against you, there's no change in it, and... Well, I mean, to be fair, the world wasn't set against me. I just made a lot of really stupid decisions. But, sorry. Let's change the subject to something a little bit more uplifting. What else you got?
And what kinds of challenges exactly do you seek out?
Anything that strikes my fancy, really. Though I think my favorite is, finding ways into places that I wasn't necessarily supposed to be.
Is there anything you will talk about?
I like my knives.
Okay, so...
I'm really good at throwing them. I mean, just last week, I got this one shot that went right in the middle of...
Okay, what about some hobbies, interests? What do you like to do in your spare time?
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I know I do hunting to survive, but I've kind of found a peace in it, in a way. I've really enjoyed just getting a chance to really be lost in the nature around me, where if I just stay still long enough, it's like I can fade away and see a side of the world that too many of us miss when we're too busy running from place to place.
And what do you hope people will take from your story and possibly learn from you for the future?
I know the world can be a very, very dark place. And it can feel so hopeless at times. But if you can do anything, at least keep fighting for somebody else. If you have nothing else, at least look for another heart you can help. It's the only thing I know to do to keep going.
All right, and finally, what do you want readers to take away from your part of the story? Is there a message or a lesson you hope they'll remember long after they finish reading about you?
I don't think people should really be learning much from me. I might be a waste of time.
Okay, finally, what do you want the readers to take away from your story? What message or lesson do you hope they will remember long after they've finished reading?
Maybe, Maybe I should think things through a little more.
And finally, what do you want readers to take away from your story? What's some message or lesson you hope they remember long after they finished reading?
Be careful of your aspirations. Just because you mean well doesn't mean it'll end well. Don't be greedy. Greed brings you into some really stupid places like it did me. And I guess, when all is said and done, if someone needs your help, help them.